Hi, I'm John Starman with Starman Seed Service at Elgin, Nebraska, and I'm here with this week's agronomy update brought to you by the Nebraska Soybean Board. Current crop conditions for us right now, we're in the R3 stage to R4 stage, maybe late R4 in some cases. That's pod set to full pod. We've been wet early. We had a lot of rain May and June, and most places have a lot of water holes in them, a lot of washouts. And now this last month, we're probably sitting only at 40 to 50% of normal moisture for July. I kind of like the heat a little bit. We were behind. We were probably slightly behind both on corn and soybeans as well in crop maturity. So to be honest, we kind of needed a little bit of this heat to come through. Having to keep in mind that right now at R3, really through R6, crop water use is going to be real heavy, but right now, first part of August is the heaviest crop water use with soybeans. So we're on a day like today, we're sitting out here with 90 plus degrees, wind blowing, lower humidity. So we probably got a 40 plus hundredths crop water use on a day like today. So they can keep track of that. They know what they're going to need for moisture, what that use ET rate was for that whole week. Then you can go out and hand probe that and see what their moisture like, and that helps them determine an irrigation. Sometimes you get in this kind of weather when it's like this, and if you're controlled with electricity, you just kind of run whenever you're not controlled. Now we're starting to see some issues, especially in the sand, not so much in the heavy ground, but in the sand. We've been pumping pretty hard here for the last probably 4 weeks or so, and we're starting to run into issues where nozzles are plugged, so I can see some patterns through the field. Starting to hear some things of some wells starting to run out of some pressure. Kind of keeping that in mind too, and just checking all those things, because those are pretty easy fixes a little bit, and they get some big return on investment if you keep track of that. If you're going to water, and you're going to overwater, August is time that you kind of want to do that versus September, later into the season. Biggest thing right now is probably kind of keeping track of some diseases like a white mold. That infestation, there isn't anything you can really do about it anymore, but it can adjust your irrigation. If you've got some low spots that are starting to turn into a white mold issue, might want to water just during the nighttime hours, evening, nighttime when it's already heavy with dew, and not water during the day. So that gives that canopy a chance to dry out. Actually, soybean crop looks pretty good. Pod set, I think, looks to be pretty good. Again, the biggest thing is don't shut off water too early. Keep ahead of that, keep on top of that kind of thing, because that'll pay. And those upper pods, those are the ones that you really want to focus on. That's where you get your goodie out of. That's where you can start getting 80 to 90 bushels. So you want to make sure you're on top of everything. Thanks for watching this week's agronomy update, brought to you by the Nebraska Soybean Board.